Ready for Christmas shopping. Good morning, good morning. I think I'm just going to do a flip through because I think I got them all. Oh, I think I got it all. And this is the last day of November, which is like mind-boggling if you ask me. But here we go. Start off with, this was my November recovery journal. Recovering from politics in the U.S. And it's going to take many more volumes to recover. But this was a good start. And this was a very, very treasured project that I had no clue that was going to happen. I'm moving. Oh, this is going to go in here because that's from a child's activity book, an old one, but that I got at the thrift store. But I think this says a lot also for this season, which I hate that word, but this season that I'm in currently because of politics. We'll just leave it at that. So, this is a cereal box, I think. Or no, it might be an envelope. And I just quickly made a spine. This is not the proper way to do this. I don't do anything the proper way. But this worked for me. And I made 3 signatures and stapled them in the center on the spine. And then I taped the spine to some sides, a front and a back. And they're not the same direction, but that's okay. Then I just colored it and added some black and called it done. It's called My November Recovery 2024. These are strips of paper that little snippets that I can't throw away. Things like this. And I just put them across another piece of paper and made strips. And I used that as the cover. This was the original signature, and that's all I was going to do. But as it turned out, I needed a lot more recovery. So I had volume 2, and here is volume 3. And that's what this is comprised of. And in the beginning, I did not have my painter's paper that I absolutely have fallen in love with and influenced, I'm an influencer now, influenced a bunch of you guys to get some. It is just, it takes, the only thing I haven't done with it yet is the jelly plate, which I might do in December. So we'll see. We'll see. And I started out with a lady, what was her name? Anna. Oh, I can't remember. I should write that down. Anna. I won't remember. But I saw her on YouTube, and she's a famous artist. I can't remember. Hughes? Don't quote me on that. But I liked her aesthetic, and it was a lot of like semicircles in one piece that I saw. And I just tried to use that as inspiration. I quickly, as I often do, moved from there. And I just started going. And the original signature had different size paper, all kinds of different stuff. I painted, I cut, I painted, and I glued, and I cut, and I painted again. And all of that is what this is. This is about the time I found that roll of paper, and somebody else on YouTube had used it. And I'm like, I'm going to try that. And I found it. It was cheap. And it just takes a licking. And I used a bunch of scraps, a bunch of scrappy paint, and just let myself be free. No, I really don't double think what is the phrase I'm looking for? I don't question myself, obviously. I work intuitively. I like that. And when I say work, I mean the very loose description of that word, because I'm not trained, obviously. I don't follow the rules. I don't like to follow the rules. I follow the rules in life. I don't follow the rules in art. My quilting practice, I don't follow the rules. I don't follow the rules in paper practice either. I do what I like and what appeals to me at that specific moment and what I feel I'm hearing from the paper. That's just it in a nutshell. If it works, it works. It doesn't always, but I do like color, lots of it. Don't always follow the rules of the color wheel. Why should we? I don't restrict myself to anything. And this project, I specifically stretched those rules even farther. My self-implied rules of don't follow the rules, I stretched that even farther. And I tried not to think. I tried to just be free and just get angst, just get anxiety, get all of that out of my system as much as possible for the day by doing this in the morning every day. And it usually takes me about an hour by the time I clean my desk off and kind of get my head back in the game of the rest of the day I'm going to do here. And then it takes me, depending on where I am, if I'm at the beach, it takes like 2.5 hours to upload. If I'm at home, we do have a faster internet there. All of a sudden, we're almost up to 3G at home. Here we're like -6, and you got to work with what you got. So I just let myself be free, and there's enough anger and everything going on around me that if I would have let it, it would interfere, and I'm not going to let it. This is kind of like my castle wall. It's blocking out the anger and the anxiety and everything that I hear hourly, minutely in South Carolina, politically. And right or wrong, I'm choosing to block it out. And this is how I'm blocking it out. And I just kind of used scraps and paint and more scraps and more paint and colors that don't go together, colors that I don't use a lot, using white space and leaving it there, not leaving it there. Sometimes there's book pages, there's copy paper, there's paint paper, there's inspiration from Dale Chihuly, there's inspiration from Dina Wakley. These little guys, I blocked out sections instead of like using this whole page. I took a card and just blocked out. Oh, here comes a little dog. He's looking for something to steal. Blocked out a little section and tried to recreate that one way or another. Dale Chihuly flowers. A note to myself, go for it, so that I remember to do that. And paper that I had from Amy Tangerine. I mean, just everywhere. Everything. This was a free-for-all. A bookmark that I made with my granddaughter in 2014. You know, pick collage before I bought the actual app, and that was removed when you buy the actual app. So this is 4 or 5 years old, perhaps. Gold paint. The inside of an envelope. I mean, writing down words and getting anger out that particular day was bad. And I covered it up with stuff to make it pretty. This is sticker paper from Halloween, like 2 years ago. And this book, I went back to a little bit of the, I saw, this was funny because this page here is from Rolling Stone magazine, and it had something here, but it was a bottle of, it was a painting, and it had like 2019, it has 2019 on it, and it was talking about elections in 2020 and how horrible they were, and the Iowa circus and the Iowa, because the Iowa caucuses are the first ones in the United States, and it just was like, it had to be in here because, and that was accidental. That's more just the universe saying, it happened in 2020. It happened in 2016. It's still happening. Why aren't we learning from history? Blah, blah, blah. That was my message to myself. This is heavy cardstock. I photocopied some of the pages I had already done and then messed with them on Procreate. I mean, everything went in here. Sculptures made out of paper, everything. Cleaning off a paintbrush. I just thought that was pretty and I didn't want to cover it up. Just everything. A different color combo than I'm used to using. Scrap that I found. I thought that was pretty from somewhere. And I left it. This is an absolutely gorgeous smear of a bunch of colors on a paintbrush. It had to be in here. And I will go back. This is a photocopy of Allie Edwards' journal card that I liked. The colors are not true in this picture, but I will go back and use this as inspiration because this is from 1983. That's something. I don't know if that's mine. That's mine writing. I don't know. Anyhow, you never know. I never know what went in here. This is a particularly good one. This is where I made the entire insert out of the painter's paper. And how it went together. Some more just semicircles. This is hugely Dale Chihuly and some of his artwork. That flower's not even on here. No, this was Dina Wakley. This was Dina Wakley from this book. This is hers. That is mine. And I can't bear to cut these up. I just use them as inspiration. But that makes a great centerfold. Weird colors together, but it works. E-Bond. E-Bond was a huge inspiration for this book because if I would love to meet that woman for so many reasons. She's in California. She's in Oakland. And she is an artist of several different things. And when I say E-Bond, her name is the letter E, B-O-N-D. That's what she goes by. I don't know if that's her actual given name, but that's what she goes by, E-Bond. She's on Instagram. She has her own website. I don't know if she's on YouTube or not. I accidentally came across her on Instagram, I think. And then I discovered that she designed fabric for Free Spirit Fabrics, which is K Facet, his brand. They're in Charlotte, and their headquarters. And I love K Facet with all my heart for many reasons. Also, he was born in California. He's from California. He's lived in England all of his adult life. His family owns a restaurant in California where my grandparents used to go a lot. Anyhow, just the connection of E-Bond is so strong to me. Her colors, her circles, her fabric, her grunge, her heritage, her home. My mom grew up in Oakland. My grandparents lived in Oakland as we were kids, visiting them in Oakland. Just amazing. She was a huge inspiration, and she will probably be an inspiration for a very long time. I just bought one of her books. When I get it, I will show you. So this is the one I did yesterday. This has been the ultimate, one of my all-time favorite projects. This is another Dale Chihuly inspiration. I love this. Just because there's a couple pages here that are empty. But you know what? I'm going to glue them together. And I'm going to write on here a thank you note to this journal. A couple people have been doing that in Allie Edwards projects. I'm like, okay, I don't get it. But all right, they can do their thing. I'll do my thing. That's fine. But you know what? I think I owe this book a lot. Saved my sanity. And that's where I'm going to put this. And this just came out of a book that I got at the thrift store. It's some kind of children's activity book. It's old and or been in the weather for a while because it's aged. And then we are starting tomorrow with December Daily. And My project for December daily is me, myself, and I inspired. No, that's not the right words. I'm going to use foundation pages like Allie Edwards is doing and her team of December daily people. But I'm making them my own, and I'm just going to put a word every day. I'm not doing stories. We're in a stage in our lives where we're not doing a whole heck of a lot. Our granddaughter is an early teenager, and she just has a whole different life right now. And we have to give her that freedom, even though it's breaking our hearts. But we have to. She'll come back, we know. And we just don't have the experiences. We can't take her ice skating. She doesn't want to go. We can't take her, to the frozen on ice. We can't. She's way beyond all that stuff and doesn't want to do that kind of stuff. And so we just are in a different season of life with her, and that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Just give her her freedom. That is fine. So right now, and I didn't want to make up another story. I've made up stories. I've replicated stories. I've done a lot of different things. So this time I'm just going to use the foundation pages that they're using, not in their order, December Daily people, but there's some great ones this year, I have to say, and that appealed to me. And I have words. I have a whole list of words that I'm just going to put every day. Anyhow, I'm doing this kind of sloppily. Dear, I'm just going to put dear paper. Thank you. I don't know what I'm going to write for saving my butt, saving my mental health. During this, I learned from Gaynor Paddle. She writes big in her sketchbooks. Okay, I don't have any. I actually could have used another page. Dear paper, thank you for saving my mental health during the 2024 elections. My heart is so very confused as to how people think and how they think of others right now. Thank you, paper. So that is the end of volume 1, 2, and 3 of my recovery journal. I can't promise you I won't have to do some more of these, but let's start tomorrow with December Daily, a cheerful note, and happy December Daily. Thanks for watching. Bye.